Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll be testing out a litter that is made out of recycled paper. We're going to be testing the PHRESH brand. I believe this is a Petco brand. It's $16 for 25 pounds. So this litter is made with 95% or more post-consumer paper collected from the PHRESH recycling program. The recycled paper is ground, screened, and then sterilized at high temperatures. And finally, everything is dried and run through a dust removal system before packed and shipped to the store. This litter is super absorbent. It won't break apart or cake at the bottom of the pan when wet. We shall see. They advertise that this is 99% dust-free, low tracking, lightweight. So I will put all this to the test. I'm gonna try it until I finish this entire bag, so I can really get a feel for how the litter works, and I'll get back to you. So it looks like the sizes can really range from small to large. It looks like Louise is already really interested. I'm going to test out what it looks like when water hits it. So just assume that is pee. And let's see what happens. It doesn't look like anything is happening. Does it just literally absorbs into it? Does it break apart? I mean, I can tell you it's really absorbent. I can't tell where the water went. I mean, it's really hard to tell which one is wet. Like on camera, yeah, that spot looks darker. But in person, it like literally looks the same. Like I cannot tell just by looking at it which one is wet and which one is not wet. Robbie, did you use it? First to use it? I can't tell. Oh, I think he peed. Oh my gosh, is that blood? Oh, it's not blood. Oh, they all have kind of a little bit of a red. That's freaky. Look, that made me think that it was blood. Oh, there's a pine litter that made it in here. You can see that it kind of gets more expanded, but it's very hard to tell. On camera, it's like a lot darker, but in person, barely darker. Robbie and Louise is in this room all day, but it is untouched. They're the only two that's been actually using this, but it looks like they haven't used it at all and actually used the pine instead. They've peed in here a couple times, and I'm still having trouble identifying where they peed. The pellets don't look different enough for me to say, yes, that is an area that absorbed urine and I need to remove it. That's pee, and you can barely tell. And I think the bottom is like all moist. It's so hard to tell which pieces like need to be scooped. Or do you just exchange the whole thing after like a certain time? Because like is it supposed to be like reused, like crystal? Okay, so it's been 2 weeks since we started using the paper litter. So my original plan was to test the litter and go through the entire bag, or at least use it for an entire month. I'm going to cut this review short and stop at 2 weeks because I think I've learned everything I need to know about this litter after 1 week of use. Let's talk about the pros and cons. Pros. It's made out of paper, so not a lot of dust involved with this litter. This is about all the dust there is collected after 2 weeks. It is low tracking, just like pine pellets because of the size. It's too big to really stick to the cat's paws, so it doesn't really come out with the cat. There's still some litter that comes out because they like kick it around, but really minimal. The litter works really well at controlling urine odor, which was surprising, but also not surprising because this specific litter has baking soda in it. We're confined in a bedroom with this litter box and I've smelled nothing. The poop still smells with this litter, but it's poop, so it's expected. Another thing that I really like about this litter is that it's made of post-consumer paper, so it is eco-friendly. So cons. So the directions for this litter says to remove number 1s and number 2s every day. Number 2s, obviously really easy to spot and remove. Number 1s, it's really hard to tell what is dirty and what is clean. So when water or urine comes in contact with this litter, it does turn to a darker shade of gray. However, it's like a slight difference. On camera, it gets picked up as like a much bigger difference, but to the human eye in real life, it's really hard to tell. Since it's so absorbent, I think that the pellet doesn't really get a chance to fully expand, or the pellet doesn't unravel or disintegrate into anything else. It just kind of gets a little bit frizzied up, I guess, or loosened, but not really. So that makes it even more difficult to tell what is clean and not clean. So here are my final thoughts. I think it's a really good concept and idea to make litter out of like post-consumer paper, recyclable. It's eco-friendly, and I think the price point is pretty good. I think if you're considering it, keep in mind that there will be difficulties when you're scooping, because there isn't really any good visual cues to let you know how dirty the litter has gotten. I think the best way to approach this litter is in a crystal litter kind of perspective. Since the color difference of dirty and clean litter is really hard to differentiate, I think the way to approach this litter is to not just scoop like areas that you think is darker and probably has urine, but the best way would probably be just to like mix it all in, kind of like crystal, and then change out the entire litter at the end of the week. Alright guys, I hope this review was helpful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye!